What's going on, guys? Mountaineer Mitch here, bringing you the review for Payback 2014. Very, very good show. Better than what I thought it would be. It kind of started off a little slow, but I definitely picked it up. A lot of good matches and a lot of questionable things happened. But let's get right into this. Pre-show match. I guess if you want to call it a pre-show, they're not really pre-show matches anymore because it all runs into all together. But it was Hornswoggle versus El Trio again. Definitely not as good as the Extreme Rules match. Los Matadors and 3MB, of course, got into the match a little bit, made it a little bit more interesting, but definitely not as good as the other match. But Hornswoggle ended up losing his hair. It was a hair versus mask match, and El Trio's whole character is built around the mask. So definitely did not see him losing it here. I thought it was kind of silly for this match to even happen. They could have just kept it just I don't know. I guess they used crazy stipulations for these guys. But, yeah, it was alright. Hornswoggle got the top of his head shaved right here, so he had like long hair here. So kind of like an old man, I guess. But I figured he'll just get it all shaved off. Like all the other hair versus something match or hair versus hair. Whatever it is. So, starting off the show, the first match, Sheamus versus Cesaro for the United States Championship. And this match was a really good match. Really, I don't know, like, I don't really like Sheamus as a face, so I kind of was hoping that he would turn or something. Cesaro is definitely over with the fans. But they still decided to make him a heel, putting him with Heyman. Just a good match. Almost everything Cesaro touches turns into gold, and he made Sheamus look really good. And I'm not saying Sheamus is a bad wrestler at all. Sheamus did really good, but Sheamus retains here. You know, it was a very bad ending though. Like, I didn't like the ending. The whole match was good except the ending. Cesaro swung him like 21 times. And then he dropped him, and they said, he's going for the neutralizer. Really, he just picked him up, and Sheamus beat him with a small package, which was really silly because the match was so good and ended in a silly small package. I don't think anybody expected that. So maybe they were going for the shock factor, but I thought that was pretty silly. Alright, next match we have good old Code Dust versus Rob Axel. Now, there was two matches in the pre-show. If you didn't watch the pre-show, then they announced two matches with Bo Dallas versus Kofi Kingston and Cody Rhodes versus Rob Axel. Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Rob Axel. And Rob Axel won. I think he hit him with the meat hook or whatever he calls his finisher. Ryback did. And Rob Axel ended up winning. And Cody Rhodes, I thought he was going to go crazy. Maybe fuel the fire with Goldust. Maybe have a match at SummerSlam. But the only thing he said was, you deserve a better tag team partner. Which, I don't know what direction they're going here. Maybe we'll get a little bit more on tomorrow night on Raw. But, I don't know. And this match was kind of like thrown in there, and I really didn't really see it meaning going anywhere. But, it is what it is. Next match, Rusev versus Big E. This match, I mean, at the beginning, they were just waving flags, and I think Big E waved his flag a little bit harder than Rusev did, which that's what they act like the match was about, like waving the flag. And then Big E and Rusev's matches last the longest on the pay-per-views because everything else he crushes, which, I mean, I understand his character and all, but like, he pretty much manhandled Big E. And like I said, crush, and he crushed him. Bada bing, bada boom. Kind of getting bored of this. Him just beating up everybody. I'd like to see, I don't know who he's going to lose to or when he loses, but I think if he loses, they ain't got nothing else for him to do. So, I mean, I guess just keep him undefeated. So I guess everybody will get to see him. I don't know. But Rusev wins, of course. He remains undefeated. Just back and forth. Very strong big man style, which is very cool. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter liking that style. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, we really don't get to see big man versus big man a lot. So, I mean, I'm glad they kind of threw that in there. But Rusev ends up winning. Next match is very confusing was Kofi Kingston versus Bo Dallas, and they got in the ring and Bo Dallas cut a promo kind of pooping on Chicago, saying that their Blackhawks are going to lose, which surprisingly didn't end up losing. I think they were up like 2-0 at one point, but they did end up losing, and he said, but all you have to do is Bo leave or whatever, cut a promo on him, and I don't know, it really got him some heel heat, which I'll talk about this later, but Bad News Bear should have done that. I understand. I like Bo Dallas, and I think his character is all right. They don't have nothing for him to do. But, I mean, if they would have done that with Wade Bear, that definitely got him some heat. You know, I don't think Wade Bear's doing enough to get himself enough heat. So, but they might be turning him face. I have no clue what they decide there. But Bad News Bear is definitely over. But that's not even about this match. This match, they both got in the ring, and then Kane's music hit. So I was like, okay, well, maybe Kane's will go down there and beat up Bo Dallas. Maybe start a feud with them. Maybe a new guy coming in, you know, something like that. He beats up Kofi Kingston for some reason, just destroys him, and then Bo Dallas, nothing happens. Bo Dallas come in the ring, gave an inspirational speech, and that was it. I thought that it was silly. I guess getting Bo Dallas' exposure on the pay-per-view was nice, but Kane versus Kofi Kingston, I guess it kind of has a cool ring to it, but I don't know where they're going. Might beat him up. I guess we'll find out more tomorrow night on Raw. But that was the thing, and all these matches happened within an hour of the show. So, I mean, all these things. I guess not everything was matches. But next, Rob Van Dam versus Bad News Barrett. Another good match on the card. RVD still has it. And I know everybody calls him washed up and old, and he's been wrestling forever and ever. But RVD still has it, and he can go with the best of them. Him and Bad News Barrett had a good match. I was hoping at least one of the titles would change, but I didn't expect this one to. And United States Champion, I'd like to see Cesaro win that, but he didn't, so it is what it is. Bad News Barrett, you know, he always, it seems like he pulls the arm, his elbow pad, he turns it around, and he always misses that. I guess that's his new thing, but then he eventually catches them with it because it's already flipped over, which it makes for some pretty good spots. But Bad News Barrett ended up winning here. Like I said, it was a good match, so I mean, no complaints here. Both of these guys are good competitors, and about time for Wade Barrett to get a push. I know he's had the belt for a couple times, but next match we have Daniel Bryan getting to choose what he's going to do. Either his wife losing her job, or him having to forfeit the WWE titles. Now, there's a CM Punk chant, and Daniel Bryan, and you notice if he handles a chance that he can't really respond to, or he can't ignore, he usually cracks a smile. Hold on, guys. And he did that, and then Stephanie said something about CM Punk. I really didn't catch it, but she said something about quitting like CM Punk. So, that was the thing, I guess. I mean, I guess they at least mentioned CM Punk last night. But Brie ends up quitting and slaps Stephanie in the face. This was kind of dumb. I don't know, unless they're making Daniel Bryan's injury more than what it is, or making it more than what it is, and he's going to come back sooner. Well, you have 2 championship belts. You can either split them, or you can make him drop them. But I really don't want to see him coming out and cutting promos for the next 8 weeks until he's recovered. I think that's silly. I don't know why they're doing this, but I think that's a bad decision. But Vince McMahon's a mastermind. He knows what he's doing. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I don't think he's as hurt as bad as everybody's saying. I think he'll be back sooner than later. But maybe they're waiting for Money in the Bank. Maybe the guy who gets the briefcase can cash it in. And I don't know how they're going to do it, though, because he won't be wrestling. So maybe he comes out in the ring and then beats him up and pins him. I don't know, but Um, I just thought that it was silly for them to even do that. I thought they could have done millions and millions of different ways to go. I mean, if I was writing, I definitely wouldn't have had the storyline. But it is what it is. Now it's time for the last man standing match, which got great reviews. People talking about it on Twitter. Now, when this match started, I knew Cena was going to win. I did not want Cena to win, and I didn't. I think for Bray Wyatt not to get buried, he had to win this match. And I wanted him to win it clean. I think that he don't need Rowan and then make him look strong. Excuse me, guys. But he did need them or whatever. But this match was way better than what I thought it would be. And the Usos and Harper and Rowan made this match probably 5 times better than what it would have been. So it makes like a 10-star, 10 times great match. You know, I mean, I thought the ending, I mean, that was cool, putting him, AA through the equipment there, but like he hit like 5 attitude adjustments, and Bray Wyatt hit like 5 Sister Abigails, and it was like nothing. Like they all got up from it. I don't think it was epic as like a Mick Foley Triple H. Like I wasn't sitting on the edge of my seat, but it was a good match, and I mean a lot of people liked it. I guess it could be match of the night, but they pretty much went through everything besides the announce tables, which that was left for Evolution and the Shield to go through. But I think this match was alright. I mean, it was good, and the finish was good. Like, the finish made me feel like, okay, this is a good match, because I thought it'd be done. I thought Bray Wyatt should win. Cena should take a back seat for a little bit, let him pass the torch on to Bray Wyatt, and let the young man run with it. He can cut one heck of a promos. That Wyatt family is awesome. Every time I bring up the Wyatt family, I want to mention the Shield, because I think that I overhype the Wyatt family a little bit too much and not mention the Shield, but the Shield's awesome too. But, yeah, that match was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I guess I'm like making mixed reviews here, so I mean, it was a good match, and I didn't think that they could have done anything different. But that suplex from Harper on the 2 tables from one of the Usos was great. You know, people were, I mean, blowing their minds. He threw Cena over the pyro section there and made some fireworks go off, which camera angles didn't see that very well, but it was a pretty good match. AA threw Bray Wyatt through the equipment for the win, and I thought it was pretty cool. Next match was the Divas, which they always put them in the 7th spot, which is just the doo-doo spot between pretty much the 2 main events. They sit in one main event pretty much, and then put the Divas in there, and they put in another main event in the show. But the Divas, I mean, it was Paige and Alicia Fox. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't mention their names earlier. They get down into it, and of course, Alicia Fox just beats the crap out of Paige. Like, WWE is not working Paige right. Like, Paige looks soft against everybody she wrestles. Against Tamina, against Alicia Fox, against Oksana there. She was just like, she looks soft as she gets beat down, but then at the end somehow she has enough energy to Scorpion Deadlock modification, whatever it's called. I think they call it the PTO, which is Paige Tap Out. I guess I don't care much for that name, but anyways, Paige Tap Out. Paige gets the win. Um, Nothing big here. Everybody thought Alicia Fox was going to go on the Rampage, but she just said quiet or silence or something because people were chanting "You tapped out." Then she just runs to the back, kind of like Stephanie McMahon did. So I guess this is like a girl run to the back night. I don't know. But on to the main event, which was all over the place, like we expected. A very, very good match. I said Extreme Rules, this should have been the main event, and at Payback it was, and it was great. Hopefully, I'm not as tired of seeing this as I am Bray Wyatt and Cena. I think they did it long enough. Hopefully those guys split off their separate ways and go find other people to wrestle. But this right here, Shield versus Evolution, very, very good. I know Big Dave, which aka Blue Tista, which was trending on Twitter, which is probably an accident, but he actually potted up there Blue Tista, and the announcers thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But he looked like a ripped off Sin Cara, aka Sub-Zero. Batista, what are you doing? Don't wear blue. The red looks a lot better. Or wear black and fit in with the rest of the Evolution. He looked way out of place. But I think he's going off and doing his promoting for Guardian of the Galaxies. So I think Batista's gone. But it is what it is. I think the Shield's like, I think they said they're 3-0, and plus it was like none of the Shield members got eliminated. Like it was like 10:45 or 10:50 whenever Batista got pinned, which is the first one eliminated, and then Orton got eliminated. Then Triple H, he had the sledgehammer, which made everybody think it was going to be equaled out there. But this was the best way to put the Shield over. The Shield ended up beating him. They just demolished them there at the end, and it was awesome. That's what was deserved. Triple H is just sit down, take a little back seat. I don't know what Orton's going to do, but the way to make the only thing for Shield to do now is break up. I don't see them doing anything else. But I don't know, maybe 3MB will challenge them. I'm just kidding. But it was a good show, great show. Way better than what I thought it would. Expectations were kind of low, like I knew, and there wasn't no surprises, which I was hoping there would be. But no surprises, which kind of disappointing. I'm more of a surprise person, like back in the Attitude Era. Like there's all kinds of surprises, everybody throwing stuff, and it was craziness. But no surprises, but that's okay. Still pretty good show, and that's really about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Mountain Ridge signing out. Peace.